Then on the privilege front, this is a really complicated one. I think that some of the guilt that the woke types are capitalizing on and also genuinely experiencing is a consequence of the felt need for some true atonement. So you talked about Western privilege. And so, if you live in the West, you're in the top 1% by global and historical standards. So you are privileged. And then you have to contend with the fact that, well, you didn't really earn that, not to some degree, because your pathway forward is going to be proportionate in its success to your work. But, you're born and there are highways and there are automobiles and there's an electrical grid and you have this wealth that's offered to you. And then you might say, well, that's unearned privilege. And to some degree it is. And then the question emerges, well, what should you do about that? And one answer is to flagellate yourself and to feel guilty because there are people out there who weren't arbitrarily rewarded to the same degree you were. And that is an existential problem. And the other solution is to do whatever you can to earn the gifts you've been given, the talents you've been provided with, right? And to say, well, my goal is to justify by my actions the privileges and opportunities I have been granted, and then to work hard to extend those to the degree that's possible to the people around me and to others. And I would say that's genuine atonement. And I think everyone has to do that. And so, if you're not living a life that's as moral as you are privileged, you're going to lay yourself open on the guilt front, and then the woke ideologues are going to tear a strip off you. And certainly these kids that you've observed flagellating themselves for their privilege, they don't know how to atone for the fact that there is an unequal distribution of talents, and that seems to be built into the cosmic structure.
Well, that's why I felt it was so important that someone told them that. And everything you said, particularly about how to respond to privilege, it resonates with me so much because I've been, my family's been destitute. My family's been very wealthy. I've been the son of a very rich family. I've also been someone who slept on the street for weeks. Like I've seen both of those. And what I learned from all of those experiences is that, like you said, you have to make the most of it and then extend that opportunity to other people. And that's the only way of dealing with it. And there's no other way if you want to be constructive.